Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yazz'n and you're watching Yazz'n It Up. And today's video, I'm going to be doing an eyebrow tutorial. Believe it or not, a lot of people ask me or compliment me on my eyebrows when I'm out. You know, I work in retail, so customers are constantly asking me like who does my eyebrows, if I get them tattooed on or if they're microbladed. And I'm going to show you some of the products that I use, my favorites. I'm going to let you into my little eyebrow world. And then I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows. Super easy, super simple. And granted, I do have brow hairs, but they are super sparse, so I like to define them and I like to put on a full caterpillar brow. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the items that I use to achieve these brows. First step, when I do my eyebrows, I fill them in with a little pencil moment. So a lot of the time I'm purchasing this e.l.f. brow pencil. This is the Instant Lift brow pencil and I have mine in the shade Deep Brown. This is $2. You can get this literally anywhere, Walmart, Target, Ulta, anywhere. $2, super cheap. Also, for some reason over the years I have accumulated so many eyeliners and I use those in my brows. I have black hair, so I can get away with it because, you know, most of the eyeliners I get in little kits, or you get something scent free, like when you spend a certain amount of money you get a free black eyeliner. I've accumulated so many, so I've been using those little moments in my brows. This one I have here is from Profusion. It's just their eyeliner pencil, and this one I've been using, I've just been going in with a light hand, and I'll show you in the video the flicks that I do, just drawing them in. And I've been using eyeliners. You use what you got, but if you don't have eyeliners, just use a brow pencil. Like I said, this is $2. These are easily, you can buy eyeliners for like $1. Wet n Wild, e.l.f., super cheap, super affordable. So that's the first step that I do. Second step that I do is I go ahead and with a brow kit. This is the one that I'm using today. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. This is real dirty and dingy. Let's not judge because I'm showing you how to do my eyebrows. This is disgusting. So it comes with a darker shade, a lighter shade, and it came with a wax. I pretty much used all of the wax, but I'll show you a little life hack that I've been using instead. So it comes with a wax. It used to be clear. The light part I do in the beginning here to make it just a little bit more natural, so it goes from lighter to dark instead of completely black caterpillar moment. And then the darker shade I've definitely used a lot of. So this is one, I don't even know if this is still available because I got this so long ago. The powders last you forever, which is why I prefer using these over doing my entire brow with a pencil, because you can get a better, like, finer line when you're using an angled brush compared to this. And you know what, this just lasts longer, so I think it's amazing. Next one I have here, this is an Ellen Tracy. This is the brow shadows. This is completely just powders, comes with several shades and a brow highlighter moment. I love using this one, and I will show you what I use to make it a little bit more waxy. And last but not least, I love this one. This is the BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trio. So this one comes with 2 powder moments, a lighter one and a darker one is usually how they'll come, and this is like a waxy dark brown shade. I absolutely love this. I will definitely be taking this traveling every time I go on vacation. This guy always comes with me. So like I said, if you just have powders, you can use eyeshadows even. If you have brown shadows that match your hair color, you could totally be using those for your eyebrows. This is an EOS egg, and I'm gonna open this up because it's disgusting. As you can see, it definitely has some brown moments all around the edge. Super disgusting, super gross, but I don't use the EOS on my lips. I never really liked it as a chapstick. So I had all of these EOS lip balms, and I'm like, okay, well, I need a clear wax to do my eyebrows. This was a clear wax. People use soap in their eyebrows. I can use chapstick in my eyebrows. I've seen many popular YouTubers do the little soap moment. Instead of setting it with a brow gel, they'll set it with bar soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my chapstick, and it honestly works great. It's the exact same consistency as this Wet n Wild one, the top shade, the wax one, same consistency. So basically, and I'll be showing you when I do my eyebrows, I'll go ahead and dip my angled brush, get a little wax on it, dip it in the powder, and then I'll start forming the shape of my eyebrow. And that's how we get it done. So go ahead and get yourself an EOS one, or even any chapstick, as long as it's clear. I'm sure you have so many chapsticks in the back of your makeup drawer that you're not using. This is what I use, and I absolutely love it, and it works for me. A couple more things before I go ahead and get started and showing you how I do it. The angled brushes are so important. Make sure you get yourself a fine tip one. This one here is from Profusion, and this one is the one I use pretty much daily. This one is from Smashbox. Has a wonderful fine tip, nice and angled. I love these two brushes. Highly recommend them. You can get any angled tip like brush at the drugstore. You can get them at like the Dollar Tree. They come in a set all the time, the angled brush. And if yours doesn't have a super fine tip, just a trick, when you do go ahead and put it in the wax, just do one of these moments and make it a little bit finer, and you shape it yourself to make it super fine, and then you can go ahead and with your powder and do that, because a sharp tip will get you a super sharp tail at the end, and that's what you want. And last but not least, totally not necessary, I just do this. This is a brow gel. This is the Essence Make Me Brow. Elf has a clear brow gel. This one is from Essence. This is like $2. All right, so that is everything that you'll be needing. A little eyeshadow or a little brow kit, a little bit of waxy something, could be a chapstick, angled brush, and if you want to, you could do a little moment just to set it with a little brow gel. So now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do my eyebrows. All right, so I went ahead and pinned back my hair, and I literally look like an alien right now with no eyebrows. This is the funniest thing. A while back when I did my Thanksgiving vlog, it was like at least 3 years ago, I forgot to put my eyebrows on, and I was vlogging the entire time, and I was getting ready, and literally as we were in the car going to church, I had realized I had no eyebrows on. I was so upset, and I look back now and I'm laughing at it because I look like an alien like I do now with no eyebrows. It was the funniest thing. Y'all, that vlog was many moons ago. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my eyebrows on. So first I'm gonna be using my Elf eyebrow pencil, and I have it in the shade Deep Brown, and basically I'm just gonna go ahead and just start doing little strokes through my natural brows, because as you can see, I'm not completely sparse, but I need me a little brow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little flit through my brows just to darken up the center up a little bit. And usually I do my eyebrows, you know, it's towards the end of my makeup routine. 99% of the time I do my highlighter last, because I'll spray my entire face and then do highlight, and then I'll put a last coat of mascara on. So before I do my highlight and my last coat is when I do my eyebrows, but I saved it for last today just for the sake of the video. So I'm just gonna flick it, and you can use any pencil. Like I showed you in the beginning, I've used eyeliners. You can use these brow pencils, or you honestly don't need to fill it in at all. You could just do 100% of a pomade or of a powder that I'll be using later. So I'm just gonna flick through this. This just helps the process later on go a little bit faster. I have less to fill in. You don't have to do anything perfect, just because this is just the center of it. We'll be shaping it with our little angled brush. So this is the angle brush I'll be using today. This is a Smashbox one. I bought a Smashbox eyeshadow palette, and this one came with it. It's like a little fluffy side on one side and then the angled brush on the other. So I'm going to be taking up my Jacked Up Wet n Wild one. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. So it has the two shades like I showed you earlier. It has a lighter one and it has a darker one. Y'all, I'm letting you into my life. This is what my makeup looks like. Real dirty, real jacked up. So I'm going to go ahead and take the wax part of it. It is on the top one, and it was a clear wax, but once I started mixing in the brow product, it turned a little brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and coat my brush in the wax, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in the darker shade, because I'm gonna start with my tail. So now I'm gonna start on the top half of it, and kind of like in the middle, because the beginning of my eyebrow here, I want it lighter than this part. The tail I want darker. The beginning I want a little lighter, just to make it a little bit more natural. So I'm going to start in the middle of my brow and drag it with a little baby arch I'm going to give myself, and drag it down. And then you're just going to keep on dipping back into the brown shadow shade, and then I'm going to finish what I started. I'm going to go from the middle of the line I just did, and I'm going to finesse the tail. I just want to make it a little bit more pointier, and I'm going to do that exact thing to the bottom. I'm going to start from the middle of my brow and draw a line connecting the two lines. You want the tails to connect at the end. And now I'm just going to fill it in. And I have black hair, so my eyebrows always look kind of dark. I try not to make them look dark, but 90% of the time they look like black caterpillars. That's fine. So we're just filling this in, just like that. I don't do any of the little lightly brush strokes. I don't have time for that. I just color it in like there's a crayon in my hand. Then I'm gonna do another line towards the end to make my tail super sharp. And I make mine go down a little bit. You can make yours keep going this way if you like, but I make mine just droop down just a tad. Now I'm gonna take a lighter shade, the one that I have in the middle, and I'm gonna start the beginning of my brows. So I actually start on the bottom here. I don't know why. And I start on the bottom instead of doing it like the top, and I just go up here. And these I just flick upwards like so. Right, we're getting a brow now. A little bit more of that lighter shade, and now I'm gonna hit the top, just a little baby line. You want the beginning of your eyebrow just to be a tad bit more sparse, just so it looks a bit more natural. And I'm gonna do one of these moments, make it a little square like. Bada bing, bada boom. And there she is. And now some people, they'll take concealer, like especially if they're doing their eyebrows first, and they'll go around that layer just to make it look real sharp. I usually, like I said, do my eyebrows toward the end, so I already have my foundation and everything on, so I don't usually do that. If I do end up making a mistake, I will take a Q-tip and I'll clean that layer up, and then I'll just put a little bit more, maybe like powder foundation moment. Or a trick that I found is that if I go a little bit too overboard, especially at the bottom is when I tend to do it, I will take my Q-tip and then I will brush off whatever I can. If I accidentally got a little bit of makeup down here that I didn't want, like the dark eyebrow shade, I will try to brush it off with the Q-tip, because I got a little bit down here. And then I always use highlight to highlight underneath my brow, so I'm basically just taking this highlight and covering it over what I just messed up. So just gonna go ahead, and then you barely notice it because the highlight is right on top of it. And as you can see, now our brow is complete, and that's it. Now that this eyebrow is finished, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. Now I'll take a look to see what I can fix if, you know, they're completely off. Like sometimes when I do my eyebrows, the beginning of it, this one will be thicker and this one will be thinner. So I'll go ahead and make this one thicker just to even it out. Right now they're pretty even, to be honest, which is surprising because it never happens. And I just wanna make my tails a little bit tighter, nice and thin. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo the little tail moment very slightly, because I don't want my eyebrows going all the way down to my cheekbone. So that's pretty much it. That's how I do my eyebrows. All right, and that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I am trying to incorporate more makeup tutorial videos on my channel, so make sure you're subscribed. It's the red button down below, and there's a little bell next to it that you can click on to get notified when I upload new videos. My social media is always listed down below for you guys. I have Instagram, I have Snapchat. I actually have two Instagram. One is for just mine's for YouTube and my personal one, and the other one is for my business. So definitely go follow me on both of those, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.